If you want to reach your full potential in life as a man, then it is absolutely necessary for you to be seriously practicing spirituality. Hey, it's Adam, and welcome back to another video where I help men embody their divine masculine essence so that they can reach up to their full potential in life. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why it is absolutely necessary for you to be taking your spiritual practice very seriously so that you can actually develop yourself to the highest levels of psychological maturity that is possible for a human being. Because only at these highest levels are you able to tap in to the real fruits of the human experience. Really, what it means to be a human being is to fully psychologically develop yourself so that you can actually squeeze the full juice out of this present moment right here. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining why spirituality is so necessary if you want to fully embody your masculine essence. Okay, so let's begin. What actually is spirituality? Because many men do not like this word. Many men think that spirituality is just some new age hippie woohoo nonsense, and that only social justice warrior snowflakes care about spirituality. What a stupid, pointless thing. Spirituality, Adam, do you mean like religion? Do you want me to go to church and pray? We already know that God doesn't exist because science proved it wrong. So why would I waste my time on something as woohoo as spirituality? This is how a lot of men think, and I understand. I was there once when I was younger. Many men are atheists, very rationalistic type people who don't see the value in a spiritual practice because they don't actually understand what spirituality actually is. So what is spirituality? Spirituality is not about praying to God at church. It's not about praying to Allah, or it's not even about wearing beads or dancing in the forest and smoking weed. That's not what spirituality is about. The goal of spirituality is to master your senses, to master your mind so that you can fully tap in to this present moment right here. And by doing this, you are able to reach higher levels of understanding, which is wisdom. So understanding of the universe, understanding of the structure of reality as it is appearing in your direct experience. And by gaining this understanding, you are going to realize that you are interconnected with the entire universe. And this makes you a more loving and empathetic human being. So basically, the goal of spirituality is to increase your wisdom and understanding of the present moment so that you can live a more selfless life. And that is exactly how you are going to tap into the highest levels of fulfillment that are humanly possible. Spirituality, really, I see it as a form of science. Because really what we're doing is we're investigating our present experience. We're literally becoming curious and realizing that we don't actually know what the present moment is. We don't actually know what reality is. A lot of people think they know what reality is. They think they know that science has discovered the whole universe, or that God knows what reality is, or the scientists know what reality is. But if you are being perfectly honest with yourself in this present moment here, you will admit that this thing that we call life is extremely mysterious. The actual fact that there is existence at all. The fact that you have a body and you have a mind and you have a face that has eyes and a mouth and ears so that you can hear me talk. This whole phenomenon is extremely mysterious. And you don't know why this is happening at all. So the purpose of spirituality is to directly investigate for yourself, to probe reality directly using a spiritual practice such as meditation, such as self-inquiry, such as contemplation, or even psychedelics. The purpose of all these spiritual practices is to gain a deeper understanding of what the present moment actually is. And that is key, and many people take the value of this for granted. Now, what does it actually mean to be a man? I've spoken about this in a lot of depth in my last video, how to become a fully realized man. That video goes into a lot more depth, but just as a quick overview, being a man means that you are a leader, that you have other people who trust you, people who look up to you, and the reason they look up to you is because you take your life seriously and you live your life on the edge of fear. You are constantly trying to bust through your own fear to push yourself to become the best version of you that you can be. And that inspires other people. Other people want to follow you because they can trust you, they can depend on you, because they know you're not going to quit on them. Being a man also means being a loving and conscious human being who is in touch with your sensitive side. So to be a fully realized man, you also need to integrate your feminine side. And that is extremely important. That means you need to be a sensitive human being. You need to be able to empathize with other humans to understand how they're feeling so that you can help them. Because as a man, your purpose is to give your gift of love to the entire world. And the only way you're going to be able to succeed in that mission is if you are able to empathize with people in the world so that you know how to help them. A lot of men today are disowning their feminine side. They're becoming cold, they're becoming heartless, they're becoming very rationally minded, where they don't care about other people or they don't care about other people's feelings. But that is just a classic example of a man who has no proper integration of their feminine side. So a man who is fully realized has awareness of the present moment and is sensitive to other people's needs and wants so that he can help them. A man is also fully grounded in the present moment. And he doesn't worry too much what other people say about him. He doesn't worry too much about what other people think of him. And he's also purpose-driven. So the whole point of a man's life is that he is achieving a goal that is greater than himself. Not a goal that is just about making a little bit of money or just about getting a little bit more sex. He's not going after a petty goal, a selfish goal, but he's actually going after a selfless goal. His goal is to help all of humanity. A fully realized man wants to increase his own consciousness, his own ability to love himself and others, so that he can lead humanity to become more conscious and loving as well. And the entire point of masculine energy is to bust through obstacles so that you can achieve freedom. That's why men love playing football or they love watching football so much, because really what you're doing is you're busting through the obstacle of the other team. The other team is trying to stop you, but you, with your, let's say the team plays well together, you guys make a good play, you bust through the defensive line of the other team so that you can run into the freedom of getting a touchdown. That's why men get so emotional about stories where other people have overcame adversity so that they can achieve freedom. Basically, all the masculine wants is freedom. To overcome obstacles, to bust through, to gain freedom. Now, how does spirituality help you become a fully realized man? This is super key. So when I say spirituality, I mean fully connecting to the present moment. Practicing meditation, letting go of thoughts, being aware of awareness itself, being aware of the present moment. Investigating your experience closely, using your awareness. That's what I mean. Why is this useful for a man who wants to become fully self-actualized and wants to reach up to his full potential? Well, first of all, spirituality helps men remain grounded in the present moment. And that's super key, because one quality of men is that you need to be trustable. You need to be dependable. People need to put their faith in you, just like the sun. So the sun exemplifies masculine energy because it rises every single day in the same place and sets every single day in the same place over and over again, consistently without fail. That's why the sun actually represents masculine energy in nature mysticism, because the sun is consistent. The sun is dependable. You can trust the sun to rise every single day and set every single day. Contrast that with the moon, which represents feminine energy. The moon is all over the sky. It's all over the place. Sometimes it's in the sky, sometimes it's not. It has different phases. Sometimes it's a full moon, sometimes it's a crescent moon. There's different phases, so that represents feminine energy. Women are more connected to the moon, which is why their menstrual cycle there is also called their moon cycle, because that has to do with the phases of the moon. Basically, it happens every 28 days, exactly like the phases of the moon. But the masculine is in touch with that consistency of the sun. So one important quality of masculine energy is that you are not swayable. You are grounded in your purpose. You are grounded in your direction, and you don't allow your emotions to get the better of you. That's why women love testing men. If you're familiar with dating, what women do is women try and make fun of you, or they test you so that they can see whether or not you are in your masculine essence. So if a woman says something to you like, haha, you probably have a small dick, or something like that, she wants to see if you react against what she said. If you say, no, I don't, why would you say that? That hurt my feelings. That means you're in your feminine and she can't trust you. She can't trust you to lead her. She can't trust you to lead the relationship or to lead the sexual interaction, because you're basically being a pussy. But if a woman says, haha, you probably have a small dick, and you laugh with her and like, haha, you're right. It's tiny. It's like 2 inches. And it just doesn't faze you at all, and you just totally brush it off like it doesn't even bother you at all, then that she will automatically become attracted to you because you are displaying qualities of someone who is not easy to push off of their ground. And the best way to do that is to practice meditation very seriously. So when you're practicing meditation, you're sitting down and doing absolutely nothing. And thoughts are coming and they're trying to sway you. They're trying to distract you. They're trying to get you off of your purpose, which is to focus on the present moment. And then when you practice meditation for years and you get really good at it, you're able to let go of those thoughts. You're able to stop paying attention to them. And that will make you feel super grounded. And that is really the key to embodying your masculine essence. A lot of men spend so much time and energy trying to attract women, focusing on dating advice and all that stuff. And that's great. I've done that too. And a lot of it works really well. But what is never talked about is that by becoming very grounded in the present moment as a person, as a man, then women will automatically become attracted to you as a side effect of your meditation gains. Because you are grounded in the present moment, you are able to be more playful, you are able to be more funny, more relaxed, more grounded, and you're also able to lead the situation more. So the other thing that spirituality helps with when it comes to embodying your divine masculine essence is that it makes you more sensitive and it makes you more aware of social situations. So let's say again, you're speaking to a woman. You need to be able as a man to read your woman's emotions. You need to be able to intuitively understand how she's feeling in that moment. Because a lot of men think women are mysteries. Women sometimes speak in code because men are logical. Men require a logical 1, 2, 3 step formula. Tell me exactly how you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how I can fix it. That's what men want. But women don't want to speak with you logically. What women want is to connect with you emotionally. They want to feel your love. So a man that is very sensitive, not sensitive in the sense that he is a pussy, not sensitive in the sense where if someone makes fun of him, he'll cry and run away. I mean sensitive in the sense of awareness of the present moment. Sensitive to how his own body feels. Sensitive to his breath. Sensitive to the flow of the present moment itself. Sensitive to the other people's moods that are around him. Sensitive to the actual universe itself. That comes with practicing meditation, raising your awareness. As I've been practicing meditation for 4 years, I have to quit eating certain foods because my stomach has become so sensitive that I can't eat a bagel with salami, with butter, because I have raised my awareness to the point where I'm too sensitive because I'm aware that that food is wrecking my body. Also, I can't watch porn anymore because I'm consciously aware of how when I do that, it makes me feel like crap. Especially if I overdo it and I watch too much porn. Since I've been practicing so much spirituality, I'm consciously aware of the negative effects that all of these bad habits are having on me. Same with playing video games. If I play too much video games, I start to feel depressed. 6 years ago, it didn't really bother me because my consciousness wasn't as high as it is now after practicing 4 years of meditation. So as you raise your sensitivity of the present moment, as you raise your awareness, then your life is going to start to automatically fall into place. You're going to start to automatically get rid of bad habits. You're going to have no problem quitting smoking cigarettes or quitting smoking weed. You're not even going to have to try. You're not even going to have to exert effort, because as you raise your awareness, all you have to do is be aware of how much this bad habit is hurting you. Because the only way we can continue doing a bad habit is if we are unconscious, if we aren't fully aware of our body, if we aren't fully aware of our mind and our emotions, and we're suppressing our emotions. But if you're spiritually connected, then all of these bad habits have no pull on you. They don't bother you. You don't have to resist eating a pizza. You don't have to resist playing video games. You don't have to resist watching porn. That just happens automatically. You don't even want to do that thing. And that's the secret to willpower, raising your consciousness. The point of willpower is not to resist the thing that is bad for you, but to become so conscious that you don't even want to do that thing in the first place. If someone ordered a pizza to my house and it was a big cheese pizza and it smelled so good, I don't even have the calling to eat it, because that, to me, I'm aware that that is not even food. That is going to wreck my body, because I've had junk food in the past where it has hurt me. And now I'm aware of that, and I don't have to keep falling into that cycle of eating gross food and then feeling gross. I can step out of that cycle by raising the awareness of the process. Now, another thing that spirituality helps you do so much is become a more playful human being. See my video, how to stop being so serious and uptight all the time. This is a very important quality of what it means to be a masculine man, is that you don't take yourself so seriously. You don't take life so seriously. But at the same time, you do all the things that you know you need to do to improve and develop yourself. Because at the start of this video, I said, take your life more seriously, take your spirituality more seriously. And now I'm saying, don't take yourself so seriously. So this is a paradox. This is normal. This is a paradox of reality. So in one sense, you know that all of life is meaningless and that the entire cosmos is just a dream, and that your life is basically just like a video game. It's not real. It has no tangible substance. Check out my video, Proof That Reality is Not Physical. So you're conscious of this, but at the same time, you are so playful that you realize that even though life is just a video game, you might as well just play it to the best of your ability, because that's the only thing that is here to do. So you are invested in life. You are doing spirituality, you're working on your business, you're working on your dating and your relationships, all this stuff. So you're invested in life, but at the same time, you're completely detached from life. That's exactly what it means to be a conscious man. And the only way you can do that is by practicing spiritual practices so that you can detach from life. You need more practice detaching. Also, This is so important. Spirituality deepens your understanding of the present moment. And this reminds me of a story where I was on 4 grams of mushrooms and I had a very powerful non-dual breakthrough. I had a breakthrough trip. And in this insanely high state of consciousness, I was tapping into universal intelligence, meaning that I was tapping into an extremely deep understanding of the entire universe. And I was aware that I don't exist. I have no self. There is no self. There is no Adam. Adam is a concept idea that is no more real than a character in a movie. It's completely made up. It's fiction. So I was aware of that. And when you transcend your ego mind, you're able to tap into God consciousness. And then God consciousness basically means that you have a infinite understanding of the universe. You have a deep understanding of reality. And that is really what it means to be a man. To be able to penetrate the world with your wisdom, with your consciousness. To be able to penetrate a woman, not physically, but spiritually, with your understanding and with your love. Because when you're tapped into this higher state of understanding where there's no self, there's no ego, then you have deep wisdom, but that also manifests in the form of deep love and deep compassion. That's exactly what the world needs, and that's exactly what your woman needs. So in this high state of consciousness, I literally felt like I understood the entire universe. And I instantly recognized that that is what it means to be a man. To understand yourself completely, so completely that you understand yourself as the entire universe. To understand the entire universe so completely. That's possible to do only through your direct experience. It's not about reading a book or studying a textbook in order to understand the universe, but I'm talking about direct realization, which is possible only through spiritual practices. And of course, spirituality helps you stay on your purpose, because then you won't be distracted by petty nonsense. When you're working hard on the thing that you're passionate about and your friends call you and say, hey Adam, come out, let's go smoke some weed. Let's go, do nothing. Let's go just like F around. You know that you want to stay on your purpose because that is what feels good. And since you have such good control over your cravings, that's a big one. Spirituality gives you control over your cravings. And that's what it means to be a man, to choose your purpose over sensory pleasure. To choose staying on your purpose instead of eating a pizza. And that's a difficult choice. And in order to make that choice, you need to have higher levels of consciousness. Because it's not about making that choice once, it's about making that choice in each moment. And the only way to do that is to raise your consciousness with spirituality. And ultimately, spirituality at the end of the road leads to spiritual enlightenment, which feels like total freedom, peace, and relaxation. And really, everything you do in your life as a man is to achieve freedom. The reason why you want to have sex is because you want freedom from sexual desire. You want that orgasm. The French people call the male orgasm petit mort, which means little death. So what the masculine really wants is the death of constriction, the death of limitation. The masculine deep down really wants to die spiritually, to feel the relaxation that comes when you release all of your obligations and all of your needs and all of your selfish egoic tendencies. So spirituality is really the only way you're going to get to ultimate freedom. Because when you chase after money, what do you want? You want the freedom that money gives you. When you chase after sex, you want that feeling of freedom. When you eat food, you want to feel numb, you want to feel free. When you drink alcohol, you want to feel numb. You want to get rid of all these negative thoughts and all these things that are worrying you. You want to get rid of them. You want to overcome them. And the ultimate way to do that once and for all is to achieve spiritual enlightenment. And that's what it really means to be a mature man, a fully realized man. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you liked this video. My voice is getting a little bit weird. I've been talking for so long. If you like this type of content, I have more videos coming on the way that will help you embody your divine masculine essence. I have videos about creativity on the way. I'm going to be talking about developmental psychology, where we go into the actual stages of masculinity. So the actual stages of what it means to be an immature man, what it means to be a maturing man, and then what it means to be a fully realized man. We're going to go into the actual stages. I'm going to be talking about your life purpose, how to discover your life purpose, how to clarify it in your mind, and then how to actually align your life to it. Of course, I'm going to be talking more about meditation, I'm going to be sharing with you practices. I'm leaving on a retreat, a meditation retreat very soon, and I'm going to make a separate video talking about that. And I'm extremely excited. Stick with me. Share this video with your friends, your male friends who you want to help them raise their consciousness so that they can come on this journey together with you. And stick with me because I'm going to be leading you towards higher levels of consciousness so that together we can lead society out of darkness into light. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.